to weeks living, where we shine so bright. She goes the host, making everything feel just right. Love, laughter, and glow, that's what we're all about. Come on, join our family, let's read and shine. Games and challenges, excitement in the air, friends and guests joining us everywhere.
Health with Shiko. That's the new segment at EEKS Living, where we deal with health matters. We bring in experts in health who are going to answer some of your questions. Those that you sent to me, we are going to address them all. And today we are addressing health and mother and child care. And tonight I have with me Salesio Marango, who is a nurse at Grace Park Medical Center in Meru. And he's going to answer some of your questions that you've had about a mother. Once you're confirmed that you're with child, what are the guidelines? What should you do until you have your child with you? Karibu sana to the show.
Asante.
Kindly also expound on the introduction. Who are you? What do you do at Grace Park?
Malangu Salesio. I'm a nursing officer working at in maternity department. Yeah, and I have a specialty in reproductive health.
Yeah. So basically, we want to discuss more about mother and child. And from my knowledge, at what time really should one start the antenatal clinics? Or basically, what are even the antenatal clinics?
Basically, once you start clinic, there are the guideline says
Yeah.
that you can start even before conception.
Okay.
But now in our setup, and again in Kenya, we start immediately after conception.
Yes.
The time you realize that you're pregnant, you're supposed to start your antenatal clinic.
Yeah.
Basically, because there are drugs that are given in clinic, like the folic acid, which are very important, starting from early in life, because especially early in life, that is when the formation of the baby is
Yeah.
going on, and they are
Yeah.
very, very important, so that you can have a healthy baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's as soon as one realizes she's
Yes.
pregnant.
Yes.
But sometimes you find moms coming in even at the second trimester. That is maybe at 4 months, 5 months. What are the dangers of this?
The biggest dangers is when they come in late in pregnancy is that you may end up getting babies with malformation. Remember, you'll have missed the aspect of starting the folic
The
acid
folic
a
acid,
little
yeah.
bit earlier.
Yeah.
There's this cleaning that we do antenatally. We do clean diseases that the mother might have that can be transmitted to the newborn. That's why we do an HIV test, we do a syphilis test, we do the blood grouping.
Yeah.
So that now if the mother is less as negative, you will advise on giving the anti-D.
Yeah.
So that now it doesn't affect the subsequent pregnancies. Yeah, the pregnancy that she's carrying may not be affected,
Yes.
but now the future pregnancies
May be affected.
will
Will be.
definitely
Yeah.
affected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe if you could expound on the resuscitation, what exactly is that for that mom that is hearing this for the first time?
What happens is that you or die or every other person has a less as either negative or positive. That's why you hear people say I'm blood group O
Yeah.
positive or
Yeah.
maybe B positive,
Yeah.
maybe positive. Now those with less as negative, and when you get a baby that is you are less as negative and you get a baby who is less as positive, there are chances that this blood may mix during delivery.
Yeah.
And now that is how
Yeah.
that will sensitize the mother, and that will now affect the future pregnancies.
Yeah.
It may not, it will definitely not affect
Yeah.
this,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but the future ones will
Mm-hmm.
be affected.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they are encouraged to get anti-D.
Yeah.
They are given anti-D
Mm-hmm.
before 72 hours are over,
Mm-hmm.
so that now you protect the future
Their future
pregnancy.
pregnancies.
Yes.
Yeah. I know you've mentioned that once you come for the clinics, you're supposed to be tested for a number of conditions.
Yes.
Perhaps if you could expand on that. And for the first time mom who is coming in, what should she expect to be? Maybe some of the questions that she expects. Unajua hapa nje tunasikia mtu kusema unaulizwa maswali mengi ni kama uko clinic, you know. What should they expect?
Yeah, basically one, you'll go through the triad,
Yeah.
you'll have your weight checked,
Mm-hmm.
your height, your blood pressure. So that
Yes.
now blood pressure is very key here,
Yeah. Yeah.
because once you get elevated blood pressure in pregnancy, it definitely affects the mother,
Yeah.
and it will affect the
Yeah.
growth of
The
of the
fetus.
fetus.
Yeah.
Then from there, of course, we'll want to know
Mm-hmm.
the date of the last menstrual period.
Period. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With that one, it will help us now to calculate the expected date of
Of
delivery.
delivery.
It is not mandatory that you deliver specifically during the expected
Yes.
date of delivery,
Yes. Uh-huh.
because the expected date of delivery is at 40 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, labor can come
Mm-hmm.
either 2 weeks earlier
2 weeks
or even
later.
2 weeks later.
Yeah.
But now, if you go into labor after that 7 completed weeks, that is a term pregnancy.
Yes.
Anything below that,
Yeah.
that now we term it as preterm labor.
Preterm labor.
Yeah.
So there's also something you call the fetal height, and there's the urine test that you take. Perhaps if you could tell them why do they need to have this taken every time they're coming in for the clinics?
One, for the urine test,
Mm-hmm.
there are things that we check.
Mm-hmm.
If there's protein in urine,
Yes.
it will ring a bell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one, there may be, you can now go and check
Mm-hmm.
the blood sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Because now this mother, there are those who develop what we call gestational diabetes.
Yes.
This is a mother who has not been diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
Now she has developed diabetes during pregnancy.
Pregnancy. Yeah.
For some, after delivery, it may disappear,
Yeah.
but for some, it persists.
Okay.
There are those who develop conditions like preeclampsia or elevated BPs in
Babies.
pregnancy.
Yeah.
Now, if you've elevated blood pressure in pregnancy, there are also other signs that we look at. Does she have edema?
Yeah.
How is the blood pressure? Does she have ketones in urine or protein in urine? Because now that will tell you that we are now dealing with a condition called preeclampsia,
Preeclampsia.
which,
Yeah.
if not taken care of,
Yeah.
it will affect the growth of the fetus,
Yeah.
and definitely it will affect the mother. And losing, if the blood pressure is not well controlled, losing the baby is so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how soon should one come for, I mean, not how soon, but how often should one come for the clinics?
The mandatory are four. One, immediately when you realize that you're pregnant, then you should have another one at around 24 weeks.
Yes.
Then you should have two more, one at around that 2 weeks,
Yes.
and then the other at around that 6 weeks. Those are mandatory.
Yes.
But now, depending on all pregnancies are not the same.
Yeah.
There are those who may probably develop high blood pressure. There are those who may develop diabetes.
Yes.
There are those who may be anemic. There are those who may have heart conditions. There are probably those who will get threatened abortion or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, depending on the condition, you may be coming more often
Yeah.
than the normal, than the one who is having a normal pregnancy. Yes.
Okay, and you mentioned something to do with edema. Perhaps if you could explain to them what is edema, especially during pregnancy, and how bad is it? When should one be worried?
Basically, edema is swelling.
Yeah.
You may realize it most likely on the lower limbs.
Yeah.
Uh, that is normal. At times it is normal in pregnancy, though not so normal. Once there are those, depending on what you do in life, you may walk the whole day, you may
Yeah.
stand the whole day.
Yeah.
Uh, that one may be there, but of course it will just disappear. Now there are those who develop persistent edema. You will realize that even their face is swollen. Now that points
Yeah.
to what I was talking about, elevated blood pressure in pregnancy. Yeah.
You also did mention about folics or vitamins. And you said that part of the the reason why you encourage moms to come as soon as they realize they're pregnant is because of them starting these folic and vitamins. But there are those moms who say that, ameshindwa kumeza. So perhaps if you could tell them just how important this is and for them to know just how important it is, kwa sababu kuna ule mwenye anasema si nimemeza the first 3 months, I don't have to continue.
It's true. There are those, many of, quite a number of ladies complain that they cannot tolerate
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But it is there. But now this thing is so important because now you realize that, particularly in the first trimester, the first few weeks, that is when the
Yeah.
whole system of the fetus is being formed. You can imagine the brain, the heart, kidneys, whatever, name them. That is when they are being developed. And if they are not developed well, you may end up having a baby with abnormalities.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, we give what we call now, eventually, we used to give folic and iron. Now they are combined. You
Yeah.
give what we call IFAS. This is a combination of iron, folic, and other supplements.
Yes.
You realize also there is also a lot of demand, particularly for the blood and for the mother. You need to you need to make sure that she has a good
Yeah.
hemoglobin level before she goes into labor. Because of course during labor may it be cesarean section
Yeah.
or may it be normal delivery. One loses blood.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you have low hemoglobin, there are the chances of getting what we call postpartum hemorrhage or
Yeah.
bleeding
Yeah.
after delivery.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now the mom has already carried the baby to term.
Yes.
The most commonly asked question, especially for first-time moms, is I know you mentioned about the +2 weeks and the -2 weeks, but there are those, of course, who are looking out for the signs. What should she look out for? Because there are those maybe who don't even who are not even living with anyone, and they want to be cautious. Which are these signs that when they see this, let them just come to the hospital? It could be false alarm, but it's good to come in.
Yeah, during pregnancy, we encourage mothers because after 18 weeks, you realize that your baby will start kicking.
Yeah.
Now, once the baby starts kicking, as a mother, you will definitely know the
Yes.
routine of
Your
how your
baby.
baby is kicking. If you realize that the baby is not kicking as often as it used to do,
Yeah.
you need to come to the hospital. Or if there is what we call reduced fetal movement,
Yes.
you need to come to the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have any vaginal bleeding, as a mother, you need to go to the
Yeah.
hospital.
Yeah.
If you see what we call drainage of like, yani maji imetoboka imeanza kutoka, that one you need to go to the hospital. As a mother, if you're not feeling well, you need to go to the hospital. That is now during the pregnancy.
Yes.
Now, the signs of labor is that you will experience lower abdominal pains, but this one now plus backache.
Yes.
You'll have lower abdominal pains, which will be radiating to the back.
Yes.
Of course, we also have forced labor where you'll have the lower abdominal pains, but it will not be radiating to the back.
Yes.
And now for the labor pains, it will be increasing in frequency and intensity.
Yes.
Now, once you realize that, you need to you need to go to the hospital.
To the hospital.
Of course, during this time you are carrying pregnancy, you should have a birth plan.
Yes.
Like, where will I deliver? Who will take me to the hospital? Probably your husband is not living with you. You have to make arrangements, which means you will use. Then you need to shop for the baby, so that now when you don't have to panic and start rushing to do the shopping when you are already in labor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you've come into the hospital.
Yes.
The common misconception that we have, I don't know if it's a misconception or maybe it's true, it's that when you take pineapples, there are all these things that you are told when you take them, it's going to, speed up the process of labor. In your own experience, would you say that there are things that moms can do that can speed up labor? Ama take to due process yake?
The labor will take its process, but now we encourage the normal delivery so much, and of course there are those who will end up with cesarean section.
Yeah.
But we encourage the normal delivery. There are exercises that women can take, and we offer them here at Grace Park. They are offered by our physio department, and those actually increase the chances of you going through the normal labor.
Delivery.
We also teach them how to cope with the labor pain, because there is pain.
Yes.
That is why it is called labor pain.
Yes.
There will be pain.
Yeah.
We teach them on how to breathe in between contractions, when to walk aloud, and of course we also teach them on what to report to us in case they notice. But now these exercises have been known and have been proved
To
to
help.
help in
Yeah.
mothers then going through the normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that you encourage a lot on normal delivery as
Yes.
opposed to the cesarean.
Yes.
Why is that? Because of course, so many moms say that they are choosing the cesarean because they don't want to feel the pain, they don't want to go through the labor. So why would you encourage the normal delivery?
For the normal delivery, the recovery is fast. And again, of course, I know what they fear is pain.
Yes.
There is also pain not during after cesarean section. For the normal delivery, you will experience pain during the labor
Yes, the
process
labor.
and the delivery. But the recovery, when you undergo a normal delivery, is faster than when you undergo a. Remember, cesarean is a major operation. Yeah.
Okay. So what's that one thing that you feel it's a common mistake that mothers do, especially during labor?
One is that many women fear to feed during when they're in labor or when they are approaching. That's a very big mistake. Remember, you need energy during second stage when you're pushing the baby out. No, you've not eaten, you don't have energy, and we are looking up to you to push the baby out. Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing is that women believe that once you scream, the pain goes away.
Yes.
And what we encourage
Yeah.
during that process, when you are experiencing labor pain, is to breathe in between the contractions. Remember, uh, when you breathe in between the contractions, you increase the oxygen flow to the fetus. So now you won't get what we call fetal distress. So because you realize that when you're in labor, we keep on checking the fetal heart rate. It shouldn't go below 110 and it shouldn't exceed 160. So now when it goes below 110 or it start hitting 160, 170, 180, that's now when we go in for an emergency cesarean section to save
the baby.
Yeah.
Okay, and so one has come in for labor. You hear that there are women who say maybe they labored for 6 hours, 10 hours. There are those who say they went in even for 12 hours. So why does this vary?
The labor process is divided into two phases. We have what we call the latent phase of labor. This is from when now you start experiencing the low abdominal pains and the back pain. This will go all the way up to 4 centimeters dilatation. From then, that is now when we enter into the active phase of labor. Now, this is from 4 centimeters until full dilatation, which is 10 centimeters. Some will end up staying so much in the latent phase of labor until maybe we do what we call augmentation of labor. So when we are in latent phase of labor, we are not worried so much as opposed to when you are in active phase of labor. The other thing that maybe may cause one to stay in labor for long is if you have what we call obstructed labor. Maybe it wasn't noticed whether the baby is too big. So if you have a big baby, you remember we have what we call the passage. That is the pelvis. We have the passenger. That is the baby that is being born. Lazima aweze kutokea hapo. So if the baby is too big and the passage is small, so now you'll end up with an obstructed labor. And you may stay there and nothing will happen. That mother can never deliver. You need to do a cesarean. Yes. There are those years a mother is in active phase of labor and she doesn't have what we call adequate uterine contractions. Remember, we start with mild contractions, we move to moderate contractions, and then we go to severe contractions. Now, severe contractions is now a signal that you are now approaching second stage of labor. So once we realize that our mother is not having good contractions, we can do what we call augmentation of labor. Yes.
Okay, guys, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, he'll be telling us more about the child care once the baby is born and what is it that they offer at Crestback.
2 weeks living where we shine so bright. She goes the host, making everything feel just right. Love, laughter, and glow, that's what we're all about. Come on, join our family, let's really shine. Games and challenges, excitement in the air. Friends and guests joining us everywhere, from cooking to crafting. We'll try it all, creating memories together, having a ball. It's living it all around. Come join us now, let's make happiness a song.
Welcome back. And we appreciate you so much for staying tuned. And for the new subscribers, thank you so much. Welcome to the family. And to you who is watching, have you subscribed yet? Have you told your friends about the channel? Please do so. Actually, before we went in for the break, you were talking about argumentation of labor.
Yeah.
Kindly, if you could tell us what that means.
Maybe I can talk about briefly about one. There is what we call induction of labor. This is now for somebody who is not in labor,
Yes.
and she is term.
Yeah.
That is the one now you talk about induction.
Yes.
Argumentation is now when this mother is in labor, but the pains are not increasing in frequency and intensity. And remember, they are key in the dilatation of the cervix. So now that is when you do the argumentation, you use what we call oxytocin in normal saline.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, baby is already here.
Yes.
What happens now? I've had my baby. I'm here in your hospital. What happens after that?
Now, once you get the baby, remember there is the midwife who is delivering,
Yes.
and there is another qualified nurse or midwife who is to receive the baby.
Yes.
Once you receive you deliver the baby will be dried up. Should be he or she will be placed on the mother's belly, because this is for early boarding between the mother and the newborn.
Yeah.
Then of course now after once you clamp the cord, you give the baby to
The mother.
to the not to the mother,
To the
to
midwife.
the receiving
Oh, okay.
midwife. So now the baby will be dried up,
Yes.
the cord will be trimmed,
Yes.
the baby will have you will be given tetracycline eye ointment, which is mandatory, and vitamin K. The baby will be weighed, dressed, and then you give the baby to the mother for early breastfeeding.
Yes.
Yes.
And the common question that many mothers ask, especially now about you, specifically about your hospital, will the baby be like washed? Do you wash the baby immediately, or is it after a few hours? What happens?
Now, you don't bathe the baby immediately. You do it after at least 12 hours.
Yeah.
Now, in our institutions, we know there are mothers, new or first-time mothers, who
Yes.
doesn't know how to do it.
Yes.
We have people who assist the mothers to wash, to clean the baby the first time, and showing the mother how to do it. Remember, this is a mother with, if it's normal delivery, after 24 hours, she'll be discharged. If it's a Sicilian section, after 3 days, she will go home. Now we make sure that we've taught them how to do it and how to clean, most importantly, how to clean the cord. Yes. Yes.
And what are the maternity services like for your institution? What is it that you offer? Maybe the package that one gets if they choose should they choose your hospital?
As I said earlier, we encourage normal delivery.
Yes.
So we offer normal delivery services. In case of emergencies, we are well equipped to deal with emergencies. Remember, you may be going through the normal process of labor, and you get in emergencies that may require urgent cesarean section, either to save the baby or the mother.
Yeah.
So now we offer that, and then we also have a well-equipped theater, 24/7. We have our own medical doctor and a team of consultants, guides, who perform emergency cesarean section whenever it is needed, 24/7.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then let's come in here pahali kwa pesa. Unajua pesa of course ni important sana kujua. So do you guys take NHIF cards? What services in terms of maternity area? What that the NHIF card guarantee for you, and what kind of amount of money are you supposed to bring in?
For LAS, we accept NHIF. And NHIF covers for normal delivery fully.
Ah, wow, okay.
In case of an emergency cesarean section, it also covers for late fully. But now the only thing that you pay is the 1,500 for the admission kit.
Ah, okay.
The admission kit consists of the diapers of the baby. We have the sanitary pants of the mother, the toothbrush, the toilet papers. We have towel, toothpaste, blush. Basically, what the mother will use in the hospital.
Yeah.
Now we also accept quite a number of insurance companies, the leading insurance companies.
Yes.
Actually, even if you look the idea, you will see all of them. Yeah, name them. We accept them, and just like NHF, they cover everything. Yes.
Yeah. So now, when mother is coming in your hospital, what I'm getting from you is that she only has to just walk in with like anaweza kuwa amepata labor, alikuwa tu hapa nje. She can walk in and she'll be well taken care of.
Yeah, because well, we encourage, there are those who come with their clothes for the baby.
Yes.
That is okay. But even if you get an emergency in town and you go into labor, come, we have hours that will receive your baby with.
Yes.
Yes.
So are you allowed to dress your baby in the baby clothes that you've brought, or while in the hospital they use the hospital clothes, then maybe when going home is when you dress them up? Or what happens?
We allow them, they can use theirs.
Yeah.
But again, as I said, we also have the hospital ones. You can use the hospital ones, and they're good anyway.
Yeah. Wow. Daktari, thank you so much for taking us through all this. We didn't want to take so much of your time. We know that you're still on duty. We are definitely going to be back for more. And I believe our mothers have gotten all the information that they may need. In case we have any more questions, we are going to definitely come back. And thank you so much for being our guests.
You're welcome.
Guys, that's it this week for Health with Shiko. I'm sure you've learned a thing or two, especially for our first-time mothers. We are going to put in the details of Grace Pack, where you can get every detail that you want, all the questions that you need. You're a mom out there that is about to deliver. You can always come in and tour the hospital. They are going to answer all your questions and really have you satisfied to a point that this can be your hospital of choice. Thank you so much for supporting EEKS Living. Thank you so much for always subscribing, telling your friends about the channel, and spreading the word. Let's grow the community, and together we can make Meru great. Thank you, and bye-bye.
To EEKS Living, where we shine so bright. She goes the host, making everything feel just right. Love, laughter, and glow, that's what we're all about. Come on, join our family, let's read and shine. Games and challenges, excitement in the air. Friends and guests joining us everywhere, from cooking to crafting. We'll try it all, creating memories together, having a ball. It's living it all around. Come join us now, let's make happiness a song. Join us now.